Hey, welcome back everyone. We're diving in for part 2 of the weekend sales coverage, and once again we're going through some of the better deals that you can pick up at all-time low prices for your Nintendo Switch. I hope you all enjoyed yesterday's video, but if you did miss it, I will have it linked in the pinned comment down below. Much love as always, let's dive in. Alright, we'll start with 30XTX, which is a 2D action platformer and the follow-up to the 2018 hidden gem 20XTX. Now both games are heavily inspired by the classic Mega Man franchise, and this one has a download around 1 gig. It also has local and online co-op for 2 players as well. You're given the option to play as a few different characters, and the game offers a couple of ways to play through, with one sort of acting as an easy mode, but keep in mind the game is still tough regardless of how you tackle it. And once again, you can take on the levels in whatever order you'd prefer. Right now you can pick it up at an all-time low, just $13.99. The deal ends on the 27th. Alien Isolation is a survival horror game with over 20 hours of gameplay, but it does have a pretty big download at almost 18 gigs, so keep that in mind. As for the story, it follows Ripley's daughter as she investigates what happened to her mom all those years ago. It's absolutely one of the more scary games on the Switch and perfect for fans of the genre. This version includes all of the DLC as well, making it a great value. Right now it's on sale matching an all-time low at just $14.99. The deal ends on the 20th. Aragami 2 is a 3D stealth action game that puts us in the shoes of an elite ninja and allows us to control the shadows. You get more than 20 hours of gameplay from the pickup, and you can play through the entire campaign online with up to 3 people at one time. The game allows you to craft items and upgrade your character, and you can pick up part 2 for just $9.99, an all-time low. The deal ends on the 26th, and the download is just under 6 gigs. Batboy is a retro-inspired action platformer with a unique sports theme and some great music. It offers about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, and the download is just under 250 megabytes. Now the game will definitely scratch that nostalgic itch, as it feels like it was ripped right from the 90s. The 8-bit visuals and chiptune soundtrack fit perfectly here on the Switch. Now there are a few difficulty spikes, but overall it's not too bad. Right now it's on sale for just $10.49, an all-time low, and the deal ends on the 20th. Up next we have Blazblue Centralfiction, the Special Edition, which is a 2D fighting game that offers both local and online multiplayer options. The download is just under 12 gigs, and with this one you get one of the better story modes found in any fighting game on the console. In fact, this game is part of a very popular series, and they pretty much bring all of the fan favorite features back while expanding the roster to an impressive 36 fighters. The environments are amazing and the soundtrack is on point as well, but more importantly, the combat and fighting feel great. Right now it's on sale marked down from the normal $50 all the way to just $12.49, and the deal ends on the 13th. COCOON is a gorgeous puzzle adventure title that offers about 5 hours of gameplay, and the download comes in at around 2.5 gigs. In this one you'll be solving puzzles as you bounce between different worlds. Along the way you'll find different orbs that can be used as tools to help solve these puzzles, or even as a way of taking out different bosses. And really the bosses were the highlight for me with this one. It's a hidden gem for sure, and right now you can pick it up for just $14.99, an all-time low, and the deal ends again on the 20th. Curse to Golf is a fun indie golf game with a unique twist thrown into the mix. We play as a golf star that's cut down in his prime, and we're sent to face off with the devil in a game that will ultimately determine our fate. We have to work our way out of hell through a sick game of 18 different holes where the rules are changing constantly. Now, in order to balance things out, they do give us special cards that we can play before each turn, and they can drastically change the way that you approach each different hole. Right now it's on sale for just $6.99, marked down to a new low. The deal ends on the 19th, and you'll need a little under 2 gigs for the install. Dark Souls Remastered is an over-the-shoulder action RPG developed by FromSoft, and it offers players dozens of hours of intense gameplay. Now this is the first game in the series, and I'm sure many of you already know that its popularity spawned an entire genre of games in the years since. Now while it's not as grand in scale as something like Elden Ring, the maze-like level design is still outstanding, and some of the most iconic boss battles can be found in this one as well. On top of that, you do get some DLC included with the remastered version, and of course the game is incredibly brutal, so if you're not into really hard games, you might want to skip this one. However, if you are up for the challenge, it's on sale at an all-time low, marked down to half price at just $19.99, and you'll need about 4 gigs for the install. GunBrella is a 2D action platformer from Devolver Digital. Many of their games are on sale this weekend. Now the download comes in at just under 900 megabytes for this one. We play as a rough woodsman and we follow him on his quest for revenge. The main gimmick here is that you have your trusty GunBrella with you, which not only acts as your main weapon, but it can also be a shield or used as a glider, and you can even block incoming projectiles or deflect them back at the enemy. Now the game should last about 5 to 7 hours. It's on sale right now at an all-time low, marked down to just $8.99, and the deal ends on the 20th. Horizon Chase 2 is an arcade-style racing game that offers both local and online multiplayer game modes, in addition to the single-player campaign. It has a download around 3.4 gigs and offers a ton of replay value with a unique art design and an all-original soundtrack. Of course, you have the garage again, where you can upgrade your cars both cosmetically and performance-wise. There are a ton of unlockables too, so you can really plan to sink a bunch of time into this one. Right now it's on sale for just $19.99, marked down 20%, and the deal ends on the 14th. Up next is Immortals Fenyx Rising, which is a massive open-world RPG that puts us in the shoes of a young demigod as we follow her on a grand quest to save the Greek gods. Now, what I love about this game is that the story doesn't take itself too seriously and prioritizes comedy over everything else. It's a nice change of pace, and it's one of the games that's most often compared to the newer Zelda titles here on the Switch. The combat is very similar, as is a lot of the gameplay, but it does have a few unique tricks to show you if you're willing to check it out. Right now you can pick it up for just $7.99, a new low price, and the deal ends on the 20th. You will need about 16.5 gigs for the install though, so keep that in mind. Inscryption is a deck-building adventure or strategy roguelike, but it offers players so much more than you might expect at first glance. You face off in a 1v1 match with a mysterious figure, and as you work your way through the roughly 15-hour story, you'll travel through several different worlds that he's created for you. This is where the roguelike elements come in. At each stop you'll begin a new round, in which you're dealt a few new cards, and you'll just need to deal a certain amount of damage in order to win and then move on. It's definitely a unique game, and right now you can pick it up for just $9.99, marked down to an all-time low. The deal ends again on the 20th, and you'll need about 4 gigs for the install. Streets of Rage 4 is widely considered to be one of the best beat-em-ups on the Switch. It offers 4-player local co-op, and you can take the action online with 2 players as well. Now the download is around 4 gigs, and the replay value is through the roof with this one. The controls feel great, and it looks gorgeous here on the console. It was a long wait to get part 4, but it was well worth it, and right now you can pick it up for just $11.24, again marked down to an all-time low, with the deal ending on the 20th. Up next we have Tales of Iron, which is a single-player action RPG with a download around 1.7 gigs, and it offers roughly 10 to 11 hours of gameplay. Now the story is engaging and really entertaining, the combat is fun and surprisingly in-depth and requires a bit of strategy, and the game has some incredible boss battles as well. In addition, the game has a complex crafting system, and fans of tough Souls-like combat will feel right at home with this one. Right now it's on sale at an all-time low, marked down to just $6.24. The deal ends again on the 20th. TMNT Shredder's Revenge is a multiplayer beat-em-up that offers both local and online multiplayer options for up to 6 people and has a download around 1 gig. Now the game was inspired by the cartoons and the arcade games from the late 80s and early 90s, and the people behind the game have a proven track record of making great beat-em-ups in the past. Now this one includes a few different game modes as well, including an in-depth story mode and the more classic arcade mode, but either way that you choose to play, it's a ton of fun. The controls are responsive and it looks so good here on the console, and there's some new DLC available which expands the roster of playable characters even further. Right now you can pick it up for just $16.74, an all-time low, and the deal ends again on the 20th. Alright everyone, here are a few other great deals to check out while you're already on the eShop.
like. That's why she can take it away so easily.
Explore an ancient kingdom. Master ferocious combat. Confront.
The digging.
Embark on a new kind of adventure. I was chain-killing monsters, exterminating the world.
Alright my friends, that wraps up another video. Thank you as always for hanging out, you're legendary. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like below and let me know what games you might pick up. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Super Retro Force.